Will the final experiment take away the livelihood for David Weiss, or will his bad coding on the app do it? Let's start. Flat Earthers are afraid of the final experiment. They are making up lies and stories and backpedaling to be ready when we will see the 24-hour sun from Yaren's or visit cameras. Today I will look at the live stream where David Weiss was one of the guests, and he was desperate to try to explain that 24-hour sun on Antarctica is no problem for flat Earth. But that's not the only problem David Weiss have. It's his app too, that are revealing personal information for over 200,000 flat earthers. Oh dear David Weiss, why don't you shut down your app? Okay, back to this silly live stream, and let's hear what Dave have to say about Antarctic sun.
TFE is the flat Earth. Just remember that.
Oh dear, Dave is so funny.
So how the things are evolving, how it's getting closer. I don't know, it sounds really strange. What I am seeing with the last things I'm seeing around is these guys are really confident to destroy flat Earth.
To be serious, it's nothing to destroy because flat Earth only exists in confused people's minds.
They're so, Globers are disingenuous, right? They go, no flat earther will ever describe how a sun sets. No, we do that all the time. I actually specialize in that, right? No flat earther can explain a sunset, or no flat earther can, but it's stuff that we do all the time. So disingenuous is the word.
To present fantasies like Dave doesn't prove anything at all. And you flat earthers can't agree on anything how things on this world works.
Right? And this final experiment, it's not experiment, it's not final. And I'll give it to you. Now, Joe and I, we might have different opinions on what's going to happen in the sky. I don't think there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
They will see the 24-hour sun. Witzit and Jaren will see it, but you, Dave, was too afraid to go. You were afraid to lose the income in from your app that is leaking private informations to the people paying you money for this silly app.
And when I say a sun, I know that the sun has to go from Santiago all the way around to Australia at midnight in Santiago time. The sun would be over in Australia, heating and lighting Australia. So how could the sun be over Antarctica behind people's heads in Antarctica? And the answer is, I don't know, but I can't rule out the possibility that there is some sort of reflection out there.
So you don't know, but still you claim that you can explain sunsets on the flat Earth.
Joe has shown me some things. I don't even know if we fully understand it, but the thing is, no matter what happens in the sky, it doesn't change the Earth.
A 24-hour sun in Antarctica is impossible on a flat Earth, but of course Dave is planning on making up stories about reflections and other things. You don't see the real sun and so on. This proves flat Earth if you have a 24-hour sun.
The measurements of the Earth, right? In the heliocentric model, you have to remember, this is unfair. It's the way it is. But the globe side is on the losing side, because if the sun sets in Antarctica, the globe is finished. There is no excuse for the globe because the globe model has a physical sun 93 million miles away, a tilted Earth, and it cannot set for that 4 months. So if it does, it's over. Now, if the sun doesn't set, that means we don't understand the sky. It doesn't mean that the Earth isn't flat.
So his argument is that in that case we don't understand, and that proves in some mysterious way a flat Earth. How stupid can a human being be?
Do I think there's a circling sun? Since they faked videos, the tour guides, when called, they say, no, well, we can't, no one's ever seen the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Which tour guides is he talking about?
You know, plenty have seen it in the north. The weather, you know, in the south, it's the coldest. How do you have a 24-hour sun for 4 months and it's so friggin' cold? Wait, the sun's not setting.
Oh, so stupid. He have not visited any place north of the Arctic Circle, because if he had, he would be surprised that it's not so warm in the summer in the Arctic parts of the world.
Right? It should be a little warm, don't you think? So,
what a fool. If you visit the North Pole, it's ice all year around on the sea.
So again, this guy, Will Duffy, we're going to get into him in a little bit, and then I'll toss it back to you, is he came out of nowhere, right? He's dedicating his life to this when he has massive issues going on, you know, with his life financially, and all he cares is about settling the argument. And Joe, I think you have a clip, and hopefully you're going to play it, where he admitted that the sun, I'm hearing an echo, whoever's got something playing in the background, he admitted that what was it, his exact quote? You put it on Facebook the other day, Joe.
Well, I just asked him, I said, you know, if we live in an enclosed dome, then wouldn't that mean that there's a lot of variables within the sky that we don't understand? And he said, I can grant you that.
And what's the point with that? We don't have a dome, so oh dear. I
can grant you that. So again, the heliocentric model, there is no variable, there is no dome, there is a claim that they got a burning ball of helium and hydrogen in the space vacuum. That's cool story, bro. Right? And if it sets, it's the end of the globe model, right? So again, you know, it's the final experiment for the globe, not for the flat Earth. So there you go.
I would agree.
Flat Earth can't agree on many things, and they don't have a model. And that's the fact that Dave is trying to use to have some kind of stupid explanation when Jaren and Witzit will see the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Right, and I don't, you know, since I'm chatting here, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, Dave Weiss, he said, you know, this meme's going around. They can't help but post this disingenuous meme. Dave Weiss, a globe would have to have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Yes, it would. But that doesn't mean, then I'm offered a free trip and I say no, but that doesn't mean if there is a 24-hour sun that there isn't a possibility for the flood. There's stuff that we don't understand, right? So I did say this.
Yes, it's many things you don't understand, Dave. Or I believe you don't understand anything about the world we live in.
I also said a long time ago in 2014, 2015, I said, there is no flight from Santiago to Australia. And if there is, that proves the globe. Well, that was stupid.
Yes, those flights proves the globe, and the flights are real.
But I also used to say the Earth is a globe and flat Earth is stupid. I said a lot of things, right? But we learn over time. And then we found out, you know what? These planes, these 787 Dreamliners go a little faster than they're telling us. Have heat-resistant paint. Then we found out they fly higher, and we found at higher there's like 350 mile an hour tailwinds. A 650 plane with a 350 tailwind, that's 1,000 miles an hour. The flights work perfectly. So I was able to change my understanding.
You made up stories about airplanes so it could fit reality. It's pure nonsense what he's are saying.
They're making it like everything we say is you have to hang your hat on it, right?
Yeah.
And if I may have once said that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica disproves flat Earth. I may have said that, but that's before I understood that, I thought the sun was a physical object, right? I am pretty darn convinced that the sun that we see is not physical, that it's a reflection or projection or whatever you want to call it. So again, as we're learning, this isn't us backpedaling, our ideas. This isn't backpedaling. This is just learning from it.
No, Dave, you are backpedaling all the time.
Right? So people say, how come you're not going? Well, this guy, and I'm going to try to be very nice, not use any bad words, because he says he's a preacher. I don't believe it. Okay. Want some free candy? No thanks. Right? Because that's a false dichotomy. Right? Going down there saying that if the sun sets, Earth is not a globe. That's cool. That works. I'm good with that. But if the sun circles, that just means we don't understand the sky. So the false dichotomy of this trip. And here's one thing. Could they fake it? I kind of think that they could, right? But that's a whole other thing, right? I actually think that it's not even that hard. Are they going to let us see a setting sun? Absolutely not, no matter what. Whether they cancel the trip, whether it's cloudy, whether, they scopolamine, whatever, they're not going to let them see. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just throwing that out there as a joke. We know that for sure. They're not going to go, oh, you know what? Will Duffy got these people together and damn it, they blew our, couple 100-year scam. And now the whole world is going to become free because they've discovered that, we're on a flat plane and there's a creator, and that's not going to happen. They're not going to let that happen. That's the only thing that we know for sure.
What's for sure is that Dave will never accept any kind of evidence for the globe. Still, he don't have any evidence for the flat Earth. But that's not important, as long he can sell his damn stupid app. Oh dear. A dishonest flat earther, or perhaps I will call him a scammer.